Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn, Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to St. Clair Saints boys varsity basketball. John Carter along with Brad Robbins tonight. The Saints take on Port Huron in a MAC Gold contest. And Brad, real quick, two teams with an important league game here tonight.
Yeah, you got St. Clair's coming in at 1-0. Port Huron's 1-1. Obviously, kind of a turning point game for both of them. The Saints are going to have to steal these ones at home. You know, you want to secure that spot in the league. This is one they got to get.
All right. Teams have lined up for the national anthem. Let's turn it over to coach or to announcer Denny White.
Would you please rise to face the flag? Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America this evening with the playing of our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. And the rockets irregular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, St. Clair High School welcomes you to tonight's varsity contest between the Big Reds of Port Huron High School and the Saints of St. Clair High School. Tonight's starting lineup, in a spirit of sportsmanship, read in alternating fashion, beginning with the Big Reds. Sophomore, number 1, Ian Abraham. For the Saints, senior, number 1, Ian Jansen. For Port Huron, freshman, number 10, D.V. Price. For St. Clair, senior, number 10, Mario Matson. For the Big Reds, senior, number 12, Cameron Enright. For the Saints, senior, number 11, Logan Mikowski. For Port Huron, senior, number 13, Tyler Balon. For St. Clair, senior, number 13, Ben Davidson. For the Big Reds, senior, number 20, Isaiah Rousey. For the Saints, sophomore, number 14, Sean Donaldson. Big Reds are coached by Marion Stewart, the Saints by Sean Sherrill.
Well, Brad, back here at St. Clair as the Saints get ready to take on the Big Red of Port Huron. And we mentioned earlier, kind of an important home game here for the Saints. They haven't had many home games yet. I think this is only the second one all season.
No, they participated in a couple of holiday tournaments, played against some stiff competition, and got some experience. So coming in at 4-3, you know, they have some of those losses, but they're quality contests. They had the opportunity to learn and grow, and hopefully coming back, you know, after break, getting into the swing of things for a couple days here, have an opportunity to play at home and continue that league play on a positive note.
All right, the Saints will come out with Ian Jansen, Mario Matson, Logan Pichikowski, Ben Davidson, and Sean Donaldson. And the Big Red counter with Ian Abraham, D.V. Price, Cameron Enright, Tyler Balon, and Isaiah Rousey. It'll be Davidson versus Balon for the center jump. Tip is controlled by Port Huron. Enright.
Something that jumped out at me right away with Port Huron's lineup is they got a freshman and a sophomore in their starting group. So want to try to come out hard and fast, being the aggressor if you're the more veteran team here at home.
That pressure there from Jansen. Succeeded in turning the ball over with good help from Donaldson. A little bit of up court here, half court pressure. Davidson, Matson now. Cross court, long pass. Donaldson, open three-pointer. A little long and rebounded by Price. D.V. Price up the corner, up the court quickly. Gets it to Abraham, guarded by Pichikowski. Down deep, Enright. Goes hard, can't get it. Rebounded by Davidson. Davidson fast up the middle. Matson open. Tries to hit. Pichikowski in the corner, knocked away by Port Huron. It'll beat St. Clair basketball.
Nice job, Ben, rebounding the basketball, bringing it up. He does a good job of leveraging himself against people who are trying to chase him. He's got good body awareness, good court awareness. He's going to have to use that and hopefully on those runouts find some open people and in the half court hit shots like that.
Davidson just long on the three. Number 10, that's D.V. Price. Enright, cross court, Abraham. Shots long, rebounded by Donaldson. Tipped away by Enright, but picked up by Davidson. 3-on-2 for the Saints. That's what I mean in the middle. Pichikowski, sideline jumper, short. Donaldson with the rebound. Pichikowski back out to Donaldson. Drives hard to the hoop. Blocked by number 20, Isaiah Rousey, and it'll stay St. Clair basketball.
And you never want this to be an issue you're necessarily going to coach, but in the back of your mind, you know, you got two officials here tonight. Heavy scheduling in the MAC kind of forced us into a spot where you got two officials doing a boys game, and as a coach, you know you can ratchet up the pressure a little bit. You're going to get away with some hand checks and some hand fighting, and you got to expect that. If you're going to play guard, you know it's going to be physical today.
Nice pass inside. Matson tries to get it out, knocked away by PH. And Price will bring it up with pressure from Jansen. Saints playing man-to-man. A lot of pressure on the ball. Jansen knocked it away again. And Abraham now. Balon, jumper, no good, and rebounded by Davidson. Then Davidson got a crease outside. Matson open three. No again. Rebounded by Abraham. Blacked out Davidson. Cross court. Price. Nice cutoff by Pichikowski. And back out. And that's not a play there. Matson can't get it. Rebounded by Davidson, and they score.
That's a play there. You're looking at what I mentioned earlier, a young kid. Ian Abraham, a sophomore, assumed that everything was going to be okay in the backcourt, and a good hustle play by the Saints. Missed the layup, but then they were the only ones back to get the putback also.
Price turns in the middle. Nice left-handed floater, and it makes it 2-2. Matson and Pichikowski. Kind of a three-quarter court press here. Matson easily in the middle. Jansen. Donaldson, open three. In and out that time, rebounded by Rousey. A little lid on the basket for both sides here as it's under 5 minutes, only a score of 2-2. Enright, nice pass to Balon. Gets the shot and the foul.
It's been an up-tempo beginning to the game. We just haven't had any scoring out of it. And Balon with a real nice play. Actually, a really good feed into him and a good body control to get fouled, keep the ball away, and make that layup, go to the line to get the extra.
Number 21, Matt Eisenhart comes in for St. Clair, replaces Jansen.
Eisenhart will come in, and Balon is big and long there, and I think Eisenhart's going to come in and try to be the rim protector a little bit, or at least match up on Balon as best he can.
Donaldson with the rebound. PH is kind of a 1-2-2. Eisenhart reverse it. Pichkowski, Matson's got a roam. Goes hard to the basket, can't get it. Rebounded by Pichkowski. Davidson, long three-pointer. Rim no good, rebound. Eisenhart can't quite control. And that'll stay or go over to PH. Saints now with kind of a full court man pressure here. Long pass.
Good recovery there by the Saints. You're actually, when you press like that, you're looking for that second steal a lot of times, and that's exactly what they got.
Good play by the Saints, but can't convert. And PH will take it away. Price, guarded by Eisenhart. Rousey, long three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Davidson. Pichkowski gets through. Top key for Matson. Davidson. Pichkowski. Nice pass. Eisenhart scores.
It's a great leave, a nice job. Logan Pichkowski being aggressive. That's twice he looked to get into the paint and made good passes outside of it to set somebody up.
PH was in trouble. Their head coach, Marion Stewart, wanted a timeout. And they got it. 4-4 after almost 4.5 minutes of play, and a little bit of I'll call it, not jitters, but tight rims right now for the teams.
Yeah, the pace has been pretty good. I think both coaches should be pleased with some of the, most of the looks that they're getting, as the ball's not going in right now. The last time we came and did a boys game, it kind of had a similar feel at the beginning, and then all of a sudden you looked up, and in the fourth quarter, the Saints were in the 70s. So, if you're Coach Sherrill, you want to stick to your stuff. If you're Marion Stewart, they're only allowing about 47 points per game, so you kind of got the Saints where you want them right now in terms of keeping their points low. I don't necessarily think that their possessions have been low, but if you're St. Clair, you got to keep running. If Port Huron's going to play zone, you got to beat it and go right at it.
All right, steal again. Donaldson, Davidson, Matson, Pichkowski. Matson down deep. Eisenhart cross court. Davidson, three-pointer. Yes.
It's a good look off a deflected pass. Ben did a nice job of gathering, staying focused, making that a good shot.
That's number 4, Ryan Gilbert, in trouble here. Nice pick off. Eisenhart all in. Can't get the ball, but Donaldson with the rebound, and he'll clean up at the foul line for 2.
Yeah, that's a play Eisenhart probably wants back. Makes that every day at practice. Something a little different when the lights are on. Donaldson's been pretty good. That's an addition to the starting lineup since last time. I think Scott Selleck, who's going to come in here in a minute, was the 5th starter last time we were here. And Donaldson, I piqued my interest right away, and I can see why he's kind of taken over that spot. A lot of energy out of him. He's had a couple steals and a couple big boards, and then back on the foul line here.
Selleck in, replacing Matson. Donaldson brings energy, good defense. Second shot here is up, and that one's good.
And Selleck gives up a little bit of size in the way of strength, and then but he's a good shooter as well, so it spreads the floor for the Saints.
Price, Gilbert, long three, backboard and in.
You don't have to call it in a regulation game. The bank is open.
Number 4, Ryan Gilbert there with a 3. Saints still up 8-7. Selleck in the corner. Pichkowski, quick reversal to Davidson down the middle. Eisenhart. That's going to be a push foul that time. Number 24 is Maurice Powell.
I think Maurice Powell was on the other side last possession when I got kicked over, and Ben ended up hitting that 3. So on this side, he's on the reverse. He sees Ben catch the ball in the corner. He's got flashbacks of the last possession and got a little anxious. Ben went right by him with a good read.
Jansen back in for the Saints. Backcourt to Donaldson. Selleck holds, looks for Davidson, corner. Nothing there, cross court, Donaldson. Davidson, nice catch. Selleck. Saints moving it around. Runner in for Donaldson. Tough shot.
Nice aggressive play. Anytime you're playing against the zone, you move the ball and see if somebody's strong enough to get into a gap. Donaldson did it there and got himself a shot.
Selleck with a foul in the backcourt. Blocking foul. No shot. Second team foul for the Saints.
St. Clair foul, number 33, shot 7.
Garrison Dombrowski comes in, replacing Donaldson.
Dombrowski gives you a lot of the same intangibles that Donaldson that gives you 50-50 balls, rebounds.
Price is being hounded by Jansen in the backcourt. Good defense there. Enright open in the corner. Hard in the basket. Can't get it. Rebounded by Jansen. Up ahead, Davidson hard. And knocked away by PH. Ben was looking for his offhand layup there. He likes to go right to left. Shoot it back behind him.
It's his go-to move. Got knocked out of his hands there.
Dombrowski, Davidson now. Davidson on a low block, now comes out to the left side. Dombrowski, minute 30 left, Saints up 10-7. Selleck. Jansen. Dombrowski's open this time. No good, rebounded by Selleck. Underneath the basket, can't get it. Davidson gets the shoot ball back. And that's going to be a foul that time against Port Huron.
Good ball movement there by the Saints. Got Dombrowski a nice shot. Offensive rebound came off in kind of an awkward position. And kind of strange. It looked like the Saints were trying to put it back up without an angle to actually make a shot. You're getting the bottom of the rim there. So probably better serve to either kick it back out or make a power dribble one way or the other to get a stronger finish.
A little confusion at the scorer's table. Not so much confusion at the table as confusion with the referee is who the foul was on. That's what they're cleaning up right here.
I think he called it on 11, and Port Huron's number 11 is not in the game right now. It was actually on number 12, I believe. So they got that corrected at the table.
Dombrowski. Jansen with the catch. In the middle, Eisenhart. Selleck. Down, cross court there. Davidson. Selleck's got a little bit of room. Jansen, shot. Then it's good.
Good gathering, a good shot, good patience. Ball went east and west plenty of times. Got the zone to move and gave Ian time to knock down a shot. And here he's working on the freshman again.
Pull up three, rim no good. Rebounded by Port Huron. And Ian, I think that was Powell. Saints, or I'm sorry, Port Huron has called off their press. Saints bring it up. Still against that 1-2-2. Jansen, Eisenhart, Dombrowski, Davidson. Thought about it, Jansen. That's going to be a foul again on Powell. Selleck in the corner.
Same idea. He's closing out too hard, and Saints are making a good read, going right at him with no balance. He's going to find himself in some foul trouble if he can't chop his feet and close out a little bit better than that.
4 fouls on PH. Eisenhart in the middle, and can't handle the pass. Under 20 seconds. Phelan. Gilbert. All the way in. Tough pass. Enright controls and back out to Price. Price looking for a pick from Powell. Down under 5 seconds now. Price still dribbling. Phelan. And they don't get much there. Saints with a 13-9 lead after 1.
Murphy Inn, restaurant, Spirits Hotel, all in St. Clair. Before or after the game, stop at Murphy Inn. Different specials every day. Happy hour 2 to 6 daily and 7 vintage hotel rooms. Half off large pizza every Monday, karaoke on Wednesday and Saturday, Live music on Thursday and Friday. Murphy Inn has private dining area for showers and family parties. Murphy Inn, restaurant, spirits, hotel in St. Clair since 1836. Neiman's Family Markets, from produce, deli, bakery, meats, or even bagels. Neiman's Family Markets. They have it all on Kearney Drive in St. Clair. Neiman's Family Markets.
And a good defensive quarter, and the Saints kind of opened up a little bit as the first quarter went on.
Yeah, you know, it took a little while to get off the ground. Saints did a nice job the entire quarter defensively and started to hit some shots there offensively at the end. I think in that first couple of possessions there was some frustration from the Saints in terms of how intense the man-to-man defense was at this end. I know Coach Sherrill pulled a quick sub, and I saw him get pretty animated with a couple of the kids, and when they returned, they picked up their level of play. And that translated into some runouts. You know, they got to pressure those younger guards. But I will say this, coming out of that quarter, and we mentioned how young Price is, number 10. He's a freshman, but he's got some game, and he holds his own right out there. You got Ian Jansen playing one-on-one with him, and that was a really good job by Ian at the end of that quarter. But Price has gotten to the rim a couple times and gotten himself some looks.
Saints with this 1-2-2 by PH really packed in. They're going to have to hit some outside shots in order to break up that zone a bit. And both Jansen and Davidson hit a couple here at the end of the first quarter, and that really provided the margin for St. Clair.
Yeah, you're going to have to hit those shots, try to shoot them out of that zone. The other thing that they can do, and Sean Donaldson did a really nice job, is that during that ball movement, if you can get into those gaps and be strong enough and either get your own looks or get some of those shooters inside-out looks, that'll get them out of it as well.
Different look this time. PH with a 1-3-1. Donaldson wide open three-pointer is good. Again, shot in rhythm. Price up court. Powell, hard to the basket, loses the ball. Enright three-pointer. Off rim, no good. Price with the rebound. And probably got a knee that time from Jansen. 13 foul for St. Clair.
One of the benefits that Coach Sherrill and the Saints have, you know, when a team comes out and they show the 1-3-1, Coach Sherrill's got that in their repertoire as well. He'll throw that on. He doesn't run it consistently, but they practice against it. They've seen it, so they're able to recognize that. They know where the weak spots are, and Donaldson fortunate to get a good shot there.
Correction, foul on number 1 is Jansen, his first.
And Wright will trigger it in. Donaldson, Pietrkowski, Jansen, Matson, and Davidson in for St. Clair. Balon, Gilbert, Price, Enright, and Rousey for PH. Price. Hard to the basket. Can't get it. Rebounded by Donaldson. Classic guard rebound there as he came under the big man, but they tried to get it to Ben Davidson, and turnover for St. Clair. 16-9, Saints up by 7. Saints again continue with full court, man-to-man pressure. Price, Jansen. And knocked away by Matson. Hard to the basket, can't get it, but he draws a foul.
Smart take, defender didn't have an angle. I think the defensive pressure from the Saints is speeding up the Big Reds a little bit here and forcing them not to see some of the things that are down court. It's a nice job by Mario Matson to anticipate from the back level, come up to the next one, let a man down there go, and rewarded himself with a trip to the foul line here.
First shot's up and good for Matson. Yeah, when that ball handler leaves his feet, from a defensive standpoint, you've kind of got him doing what you want him to do.
Nice job on the front end of speeding up the dribbler, and then the next guys step up. If they're able to see and make a pinpoint pass over the top of the whole thing going 100 miles an hour, well, that's just a good pass, and you're going to come out of your press. But wasn't able to do it there, and Saints up 17-9.
Second shot was disallowed as there was a lane violation. Again, Saints full court man press here. Usually you try to send someone long. They haven't done that much. Abraham, Enright, Price, Phelan out front, long three-pointer. Donaldson again with a rebound. Good job by Sean Donaldson. Goes to the basket. On the floor, gets it to Davidson, pull up three, in and out, and rebounded by Rousey.
Been really impressed with Sean Donaldson here early. He's probably got 5 rebounds, a couple points, and just doing a nice job. Even there, lost the basketball, but came up with the loose ball that he created.
Good shot that time by Matson, and that's going to be a block foul as number 1 Abraham never got the angle, and Davidson took it hard to the basket. He'll shoot 2.
Tried the offhand layup that you mentioned earlier. It's tough to defend. He's gotten bigger. He's I don't know how to say this in a way that sounds smart, but he's taller than he looks. You know, you put him next to a kid that you know is 6 foot tall, and you go, well, oh my goodness, he is over 6 foot tall. So when you size him up, and you see him coming at you, tough to defend. And yeah, Abraham was certainly not in any type of legal guarding position.
Well, I think certainly playing football for Ben Davidson was a really benefited because, as you say, he's gotten bigger, he's strong, and he really knows how to use his body. And you don't see many high school guards who go 6'4", 190 who can really handle the ball like he can.
Right, yeah, no, he does a great job of it. He's gotten thicker. I think football did help him out a great deal. I know in conversations that, you know, even though he's a Ferris State commit and there's some things on the line, and the college coaches continually tell these kids to continue to compete all year round. It's different muscle groups. It's only going to serve them better. Is there an injury risk? Certainly, but people come back from those all the time. Out here proving it. And the other part of it that's nice is he continues to take opportunities to represent his school in his senior year that is giving him opportunities to, you know, eventually go on to college and play college hoops.
We're seeing a bunch of the St. Clair girls varsity team walking into the gym. They won tonight against Southlake for Coach Mike Goulart, and Brad, they're doing pretty well this year. 6-1, I believe, 3-0 in the league, and probably one of the, called in the Times Herald, one of the surprise teams in the area.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we talked about this last time we did their game. I think they're kind of the rising favorite in their league. At this point in the season, they're probably having some goals that realistically they could win a league championship and possibly a district championship. I know they're building. They got some kids coming back, and they're about to get healthy. And they haven't even had maybe arguably one of their best players thus far, and their lone blemish is to a very, very good Reese team who will make a deep state run. So that's good for them. We got some really good kids on that team, and the identity that they're developing it's fun to watch.
Davidson makes his second shot. There's a long pass. Pichkowski tried for the interception. Couldn't, knocks it away. And retipped. Abraham, tough layup that time. Can't get it. Rebound by Jansen. And that's kind of typical. The Saints do not have a prototypical big man, and they're just going to have to fight like mad dogs on the rebounding to stay up with a lot of these bigger teams.
Rebound by committee. They got to block out and scrap.
Donaldson with a rebound. Davidson thinks about it. He'll go hard to the hoop. Can't get it. Rebound. Finally by Balon. Saints had a number of good looks there. That's sort of sequence that Coach Charles not care about at all. Jump ball, nice play by Pichkowski. And you can see now this pressure is starting to take a little bit of toll on it. That's number 2, Eli Kaczynski, who's not played for Port Huron yet, and these young guards are starting to feel a little bit of the pressure. Abraham. Nice switch that time. And tipped away again. Kaczynski, pull-up jumper. No good. Rebounded by Donaldson.
Another good possession for the Saints. Another good rebound by Donaldson.
Matson. Davidson. And the Saints reset. PA's back in there, 1-2-2. Pichkowski, open three-pointer. Rim no good. Rebounded by Matson. And foul.
Right now, I don't know that the Saints are the bigger team. I mean, especially at the top end and dominating the glass here. Saints are getting 2-3 looks of possession and really not scoring it at a clip that they're probably happy with. And at the other end, doing a really nice job switching on the guards for Port Huron, forcing one shot off of a dribble, and then Sean Donaldson's cleaning up rebounds right now.
Matson's first shot off the back rim, no good. And what the Saints do have with Matson and Davidson are 2 big high school guards. And when they get a guard on them, they're going to be able to take them down deep and, in most cases, be larger.
Right, and they're crafty getting to the rim. Their games are a lot alike. They leverage the body. They rebound well for guards, and it's a good matchup.
That's the second time that Saints been called, and Mario might have to take just a little bit of a step back from the foul line. He's been called twice now for going in to the lane too quickly. Wisniewski again in trouble. Gets the way to Abraham. All the way to the hoop. Can't get it. Rebound by Matson. Oh, nope. Davidson. Matson and Davidson obviously go to the same hairdresser.
Yeah. And we often get them confused from sitting up here. They got a similar look to them. We'll just say that.
Rousey, jumper no good. Rebounded by Abraham.
Good tough board there by Abraham. And pretty quiet offensively for the Big Reds. Kind of a lid on the rim. And once again, it looks like St. Clair is going to force them into it was a 2 and done that time, but a 1 and done on that possession.
Selleck with a nice rebound. Eisenhart in the corner. Selleck out front. Cross court, Pichkowski. Matson. Eisenhart. Saints with good patience.
Tough to resist the urge if you're Eisenhart, but you got to understand you're going to get that one anytime you want it, and ultimately you want to work for the one that you just got. As Davidson again with the body leverage goes to the line with an and one.
Nice move. Good pass inside, and then Davidson takes it hard to the basket. That's the 8th team foul on Port Huron at 4 minutes 24 seconds, so the Saints are in the bonus. Davidson will look to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way with an and one.
Illustration of some of the aggression for the Saints offensively. Port Huron's got 8 fouls. They've been primarily in a zone. St. Clair's been a heavy man with a lot of pressure and has 3 team fouls. So you can tell just by those numbers who's winning that battle. And there you see another steal by Pichkowski.
And
quick
good,
bucket.
Good pass to Davidson off Pichkowski, and Saints now lead 22-9. Knocked away again by Pichkowski. Good pass, Davidson, all the way in and scored. And Coach Marion Stewart says that's enough. Saints with a quick run out, and they now lead 26-9. And let's say it's defense right now that's key in the offense.
Yeah, right now, Logan Pichkowski and Sean Donaldson, really, these two guys have either picked clean steals and started off runs the other way or got extra possessions via the rebound. Doing a really nice job. I think Ben Davidson has been fortunate to be on the other end of a lot of those passes in possessions or missing a putback. He's all of a sudden got 13 of the Saints' 26 points, but I'm telling you, as it jumps out at you, watching Pichkowski and Donaldson right now is kind of what's buttering the bread.
They're doing the dirty work. They're doing the grinding in hockey, to use a hockey term. And
yeah.
They're kicking that puck out from the boards, and Davidson's getting the benefit. Now, he's making nice shots and certainly getting to the rim, but he's been a beneficiary of a lot of hustle plays by Pichkowski, Donaldson, and Jansen.
Right, possession before last. On the press down here, the quick steal by Pichkowski and kind of underhand shovels it out. And Ben, that's a tough shot. Ben nailed it, but lots of momentum, which forced Marion Stewart into that timeout. Pretty predictable timeout there with that flurry.
Selleck on Price. Looking for a pick from Enright. Again, Pichkowski with the reach and steal. Picked up by Price. Enright. Blocked from behind by Davidson. I think that's going to be a step-in foul. I believe it was, let's see, Matson trying to pick up the charge. It was a clean block from behind by Davidson, but on the body, Enright will go to the line to shoot 2.
Matson's late there on the step-in for help. Gets the blocking foul. That'll be his 2nd foul, something to keep an eye on. See if Coach Sherrill sticks with him or wants to get him out here for the last 3:35.
Senior Cameron Enright, 2nd of 2. Second one's up and long. Knocked away and controlled by Pichkowski. Up quickly to Davidson. Matson. Cross court. Selleck open. 3-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Price. And he goes deep. Enright. And goes to the hoop. Nice job by Cameron Enright and a good pass ahead by Price. PH back into their press. Long diagonal. Eisenhart. And knocked away by Enright. Tipped away by Davidson. Davidson, pull up three. Yes. That's when you got confidence. Clean path to the basket, but you take that pull up three and nail it.
Yeah, really nice job there. Ben kind of back tipped the ball up, made himself available for a pass. Eisenhardt on the possession before that did a really nice job of coming to the basketball on the long pass by Pietrzakowski, and he's fortunate Ben picked him up with a steal there.
Good move by Matson, can't convert. Pietrzakowski again with a steal. And Logan Pietrzakowski, sometimes it's not about the box score, but he's been exceptionally good here first half, and he's being rewarded with minutes from Coach Sean Sherrill. And coaches love this.
Absolutely. I think you try to build, I think Logan has been pretty consistent with this kind of effort throughout the year. I wasn't surprised to see him as a starter, but I knew that competition would be heavy, and I know that Coach Sherrill's going to place a premium on him doing those things and finding his role. And he's just not sized in a way that's going to allow him to be a box score player and put up 20 a night. But if he can do these things, this is exactly what they need out of him. He's doing a great job.
Long pass, Dombrowski back in. Knocked away from Jansen. That's number 11, Shaman Edwards.
A lot of pressure from the Saints here again.
Andrews, I should say, Shaman Andrews. Oriel can't get it, rebounded by Balon, and that's going to be a foul, I think, on Matson. Still just a Saints 5th team foul here with a minute 39 left.
It's Mario's third, if that's on him. You see Carter Dombrowski is going to come and give Logan Pietrzakowski a spell here.
Enright. Price. And inside Enright, a little mix up that time on the Saints and who was guarding whom. Jansen. In the middle, Dombrowski quickly to the other Dombrowski. Jansen. Sideline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Dombrowski. Can't quite get it. Rebound by Balon, and he's tied up. Good hustle that time by Garrison Dombrowski.
Wow, they clipped him with a foul there.
Thought that was a pretty good tie-up. Still 16 fouls for the Saints. Minute 7 left.
Coach Sherrill's surprised at the call also that they got a foul there. I'm a little confused at the team fouls are 6.
I'm not sure why this is 1-on-1. I think the coaching staff in St. Clair noticed the same thing. That'll be
9.
Poor Huron ball. The way the fouls work up there is your fouls are under your name. Saints the home team. That means they have 5 team fouls, which is not a bonus. Davidson quickly up. Dombrowski can't get it. Rebound, it was blocked that time by Balon, but he's going to get a call for the foul.
Good unselfish play there by Davidson. Saw everybody collapse. Fed the ball to Donaldson. Donaldson will go to the line again.
Donaldson will be on the line, shooting 2. First shot for Donaldson's up and around the rim and no good. Saints have been a little bit off on the foul line, and otherwise this game would be even more out of touch than it is. Pietrzakowski comes in, freeing Jansen.
Yeah, that was going to be my comment, is if there is one, chink in the armor right now for the Saints, it's when they get to the line, they're not making them at a very high clip. Well, Donaldson knocks that one down.
Price, that's going to be a foul that time on Pietrzakowski, and that will be 1-on-1. D.V. Price, freshman guard, always tough to come up and going from 8th grade to the intensity of varsity basketball in your first year is a difficult proposition, especially as a point guard.
Yeah, you know, as a freshman playing boys basketball at the point, you get varying degrees of the types of men that you're going to play against every single night. And some of those more experienced guards, I mean, we can use Ben as an example of Price looks very skilled. He passes the eye test, he does a good job, but there's just something to be said, and Ben went through this himself, about what it's like to come and play full-grown 18-year-old young men as opposed to being a 13 or 14-year-old freshman in a lot of cases. But he does look like he's doing a nice job. He made a really nice pass to end right there, or Balon on the block. You can see why he's up here, but he's going to struggle when he has to play big guards for a while.
All right, Saints call timeout. 45 seconds left. They lead 30-16. You're watching St. Clair Saints boys varsity basketball here on Community Channel 6. John Carter along with Brad Robbins bringing you the Saints' second home game of the year. It's Gold Division rival Port Huron. Should mention Saints 2-0 in the league. Port Huron at 1-1. So you can see this is an important game. Saints want to hold their home court advantage. And so far this evening, they've kind of held serve.
Yeah, doing a nice job, kind of bringing the game to Port Huron on the home floor, exactly how you want to build it, how you want to build the victory. Logan Petrie got that pressure defense by Logan, and Donaldson out on the younger guards led to some good offensive possessions against Port Huron zone that they can't really set up when you're out in transition.
Dombrowski gets it to Davidson. This is more
of a man look.
Yep. Pichkowski. Saints need to get it across now. Davidson does. Pichkowski. Probably hold for one. 32 seconds left. Dombrowski knocked away by Price.
Looked like almost a run and jump look there by Port Huron. If you drive at them, they're going to leave their guy, and the next guy will step up. Do a good job of being patient with two guards in the backcourt for the Saints.
Davidson goes to the backcourt. He's guarded. It looks more like a man-to-man, and they played off.
They're going to flatten out here for Ben.
Oriel on Den.
Everybody else on Port Huron seems going to sink. You're going to get a corner three, or you're going to get Ben all the way home here.
Dombrowski takes it to the middle. Floater. Can't get it. Rebounded Dombrowski. And that's going to be called a foul with 2 seconds left. And number 20, Garrison Dombrowski, with good persistence as he missed the runner but stayed there for the rebound and came up with it. And it's funny how that works. He's not the tallest or the highest jumper, but he had good position, used his body well, and he came down with the ball.
I have to imagine the way that the Saints are put together, that there's a pretty big emphasis in practice every day on finding ways to get on the boards. I think they have to recognize that there's a little bit of a lack of size, and so far it looks like they've worked on blocking out and rebounding as a group, as opposed to counting on somebody to just clean up all the time.
All right, Dombrowski makes the first shot. Second one is up. And just front rim. Abraham will try a long one. And that's no good. Pretty good first half. Saints lead 31-16. And Brad, I think it kind of opened up there as the Saints ramped up the defensive pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of depth for the Saints. I think, in terms of who played, I don't see a dressed kid that didn't go in yet. Maybe one. Everybody came in, did a nice job, did their job in the glass, and counted on the guys who scored to score, and the scrappy points came from the scrappy guys. So if they continue to do that in the second half, 31 points after starting out about halfway through that first quarter with 4, holding PH to 16. Right now you're on schedule if you're Coach Sherrill and the Saints.
All right, everybody. Saints up 31-16. We'll be back in a little bit to bring in the second half.
Hey, Metro Detroit, come on out to St. Clair Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram and see the difference. We make it fun, fast, affordable, and easy with deals like these.
During the summer clearance event, lease a Ram 4x4 for $89 a month.
Did you just say $89 a month?
Dodge Journey GT, only $109 a month.
Even a Jeep Renegade, just $99 a month.
With deals like that, why would you go anywhere else? I-94, exit 257.
Drive a little to save a lot at St. Clair, where we care.
St. Clair Chrysler Jeep and Dodge.
North Star Bank, your local community bank serving St. Clair, Sanilac, Huron, and Washtenaw counties. When you need a local community bank for home loans, checking, savings, and other banking needs, North Star Bank is the community bank that you want to deal with. The bank that will take care of all your personal and business needs. North Star Bank has a new mobile application that you can download to make banking even easier. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC. St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza is now open 7 days a week for your shopping needs. Everything you need from auto supplies, wiring, paint, craftsman tools. St. Clair's Ace Hardware has picnic items, a complete gift department with candles and more. Don't miss the specials on Valspar paint. St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza.
Welcome back, everyone. John Carter along with Brad Robbins. Watching St. Clair Saints boys varsity basketball. Saints lead PH 31-16. It'll be Saints basketball to start the second half. Pichkowski, Jansen, Davidson, Matson, and Donaldson for the Saints. Balon, Price, Rousey, Enright, and Abraham for PH. Man-to-man pressure here this time by PH. Pichkowski guarded by Abraham. Logan goes to the left hard. Donaldson. That's going to be a hold on Abraham. Good cut by Pichkowski, and that was a grab on the shoulder.
And for, quite honestly, for Abraham to look at the official like, what did I do? That was a very clear hold. He actually did that to Donaldson a couple times in the first half that I noticed that he didn't get called for. That one was right out in the middle of everywhere, so not going to miss that one, even if there are just two officials.
Pichkowski.
Smart play there. Awkward position. A lot of experience letting that ball go into the backcourt and then going to get it safely.
Matson guarded by Price. Davidson, and right on him. Donaldson looks for Matson all the way to the hoop and can't quite get it. Good pass, good shot. Abraham quickly up court. Nice pass, but knocked away by Matson. Jansen. Pichkowski, it's open. Good fake. Kind of lost control, but Donaldson picks it up. And it's going to be, travels a lot of bodies underneath him that time.
Swapped out his pivot foot amongst the traffic there, I think. Maybe disrupted by the Port Huron player sitting on the ground in front of him.
Price with a breakaway. Guarded by Jansen, but that's going to be called a foul. And you like to switch that pick there so that the guard doesn't have to chase.
Yeah, and a nice pass over the top, really. That's a tough pass to make accurately. I didn't catch to see if the Saints had somebody on the inbounder or not, but a baseball pass over the top that doesn't hit that curtain that hangs up, that's a good ball.
Price shots up and good. 31-17, Saints still up by 14. Second shot for DB Price is also good.
Coach Sherrill, they had a lot of success in the first half, pressure defense, but you do know that if you're going to pressure, you're going to get beat over the top here and there. You just got to count on percentages and win more than you lose.
Oh, picked off by Rousey, good play. And PH with a little bit of a defensive run here. Abraham, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Donaldson, good block out against Enright. Here comes Davidson. All the way to the hoop and gets the foul.
Nice job again by Donaldson. We could put this on a recording for the game, but he's giving up a few pounds to Enright there down low and just moved his feet and got leverage and actually had some good hands to kind of rebound that with one hand while holding off Enright with the other.
David's first shot's up and good. And one of the other things that Davidson's so good at is he moves well with the ball. It doesn't look like he's going that fast, but he's beating people. And that's a nice trait to be able to have. Saints two there from Ben. Abraham guarded by Pichkowski. Up ahead, Price. Abraham. Donaldson again with a steal. Knocked away from Davidson by Price.
See if they get Balon here. I don't know if they're going to let Donaldson go to the line on this. It's kind of an awkward play.
I thought that foul was actually on the secondary play, not on the first one.
I think they're correcting that right now.
I didn't think they called a foul on Donaldson's drive. I think they called a reach in when Ben was trying to go for the rebound. All right, Matson will trigger in. Jansen down deep. Davidson back to Jansen. And certainly PH is aware of where Ben is on the floor, but Davidson, Jansen, I should say, rebound Donaldson, and he scored. Fouled again. And it's just offside rebounding. They shoot it from the left-hand side, it's going to come off that right-hand side most times.
Most times, and he did a good job slipping in front. And as a talking point for Coach Marion and Stewart and PH, they got to know who's behind them. And then if you're too far under the basket or not keeping somebody away from that position, you're going to get beat up by Sean Donaldson because he's got a knack for it. He's got a nose for the ball.
First shot's a little bit long. Second shot's up, and that was good. Number 3, Devon Wehrlein comes in for PH.
Nice job by Jansen that time on the deep ball. Didn't have to switch, but did a great job of slipping through.
Layup missed by St. Clair, rebounded by Enright. Cameron Enright, guarded by Pichakowski.
Run and jump here from the Saints, leaving their man. Pretty good job by Enright. A lot of dribbling there for him, but used his size to get all the way to the rim and finish.
It's an advantage sometimes to have those broad shoulders, even though you're not very tall. Keeps the bodies away from you, and that's what happened that time. Davidson quickly to Matson. And here's Donaldson again to the hoop. And draws a foul. I don't think they're calling his number necessarily, but there's a lot of openings, and it's certainly concentration on Matson and Davidson, which is understandable from a coaching standpoint, but Sean is taking advantage.
Right, you mentioned that in our conversation pre-game here that Coach Sherrill mentioned that they're going to need some secondary scoring, and I don't know if he specifically said that to Sean Donaldson, but he's taken up the challenge and gotten himself in position to score some buckets. I think if there's one criticism that I'm sure his dad's going to give him when he gets home is that when he gets to that line, he needs to hit him at a higher clip. That might be what Coach Sherrill's telling him right now as well. He's doing a great job. He should reward himself.
Make those foul shots. No one's guarding you. Second one for Donaldson. That one's perfect.
Unofficially has 9 points. I wouldn't think it'd be crazy to think he's already got 10 rebounds, so working on a double-double performance. Nice job by the Saints. Get back and locate the ball and set up their defense there, continuing with the pressure.
Wehrlein to Oriel. Long three-pointer is off the rim, no good. Good move. Maurice Powell with some strength to the basket. He converts. Number 24, Powell is a junior, and he's looking for the and one.
Davidson tried to draw a hook call by falling down and selling a foul. The officials didn't give it to him, and I didn't really think he was guilty. And then on the rotation, Ian Jansen picks up a foul there.
Jansen back to Matson. Jansen now cross court. Pichakowski wide open three. Can't get it. And here comes Wehrlein. And nice little floater. Looked like might have been dragging the foot there, but he gets a conversion. And PH back within 10. Pichakowski. Nice feed to Donaldson. And the Saints convert.
Another big play by that duo, Pichakowski and Donaldson. Just as you could feel PH start to climb in it, gain some momentum, they make a big stop. Kind of silence it a little bit.
Wehrwein crosses over, and that's going to be should be a foul. We're going to call that on Pichikowski. You can see Wehrwein's arm around Pichikowski's leg, but first foul was called.
Yeah, the only way to justify that not being a push is if you called the contact, previous to the dribble, because he definitely hooked around. It was pretty blatant.
Eisenhart and Selleck come in, replacing Pichikowski and Jansen. Saints are kind of a 2-3 off the inbounds, and Selleck comes away with it. Davidson all the way to the hoop, and he draws another foul.
There's another example of that, moving fast, but it doesn't look like it. I think it kind of slows down his defender's feet a lot because of the way that he kind of glides through. It doesn't look like he's attacking you. It's almost like by the time you realize it, it's too late to recover, and then he puts the guys in the back end at risk because Ben's so crafty with his body that he's not typically going to charge you. He's going to be able to kind of move one way or the other and finish. And that time it was on the backside that somebody had to recover and try to grab and sends them to the line.
All right, Davidson makes the first one. Saints now at a 13-point lead. 16 fouls already on PH, so they're going to be in the bonus next foul. Second shot for Davidson is around the rim and good. And Saints with pressure. Double team this time, cross court, and picked off by Eisenhart.
That's just a standard diamond press look there. First ball, trap.
Mattson. Donaldson, open three-pointer. Yes. Powell, another long three-pointer, no good, rebounded by Balon. And can't score, but he draws a foul.
Eisenhart, prior to that hand that he's holding up being up, had his hand down on the arm and raised it up with the shot, draws the foul.
But for the most part, the Saints have kept Balon off the boards. That time he was in good position and got the rebound. First shot's up and a little bit short. 14 foul for the Saints.
Fortunately for the Saints right now, they match up pretty well with PH in terms of, having a guy down at the bucket. There's not really a guy on PH that stood out as somebody who likes to go down there and use some brute strength. There's some real post skill. The Saints match up pretty well that way.
Long shot from Davidson is no good. Rebounded by PH. Wisniewski again.
Another jump by Eisenhart.
Eisenhart has an angle. Back out, Selleck. Look for the back door to Davidson. Now, late pass in the middle, knocked away by Balon. And can't get it, rebounded by Eisenhart.
Last possession wasn't a very good one for the Saints. Lots of guys standing around. Mattson with that leverage there, very similar to the way Ben uses it to get his bucket.
All the way in. Kind of open court back and forth, and frankly the Saints have a higher level of skill, and that's to their benefit.
Right, yeah, the pressure's really bothering PH. They can't really, I haven't taken notice of really any possessions where Port Huron's been able to set something up that looked like a cohesive idea on offense. They've got some athletes that can dribble, drive, and penetrate, but the Saints have done a nice job of keeping them off their game outside of that little run that Port Huron was able to put together with their press. The Saints responded nicely and have it back out to a 19-point advantage here.
Big game coming up for St. Clair on Thursday as they take on Lakeshore. And all things considered, I have to think Lakeshore is going to be the other favorite in the gold this year.
Yeah, coming off a great year where I think it's Coach Walton. Derek Walton's father is the coach at Lakeshore and had some great athletes. I know I asked Sean last year after one of the, I think Lakeshore kind of routed them, and he said, you know what, they're just really good. And so I don't know how much they lost, I got to be honest, but sounds like they're the odds-on favorite to win this league, and that'll be a big test for Coach Sherrill's group.
Again, wanting to win their home court, protect the home court advantage, and that'll be a big one on Thursday. Look for you here. Foul that time against St. Clair. Thomas bobbles. Knocked away by Selleck. It looked like almost a soccer play that time, but a lot of contact, as you say, with only 2 referees. PH will bring it in.
And the Saints look like they are playing with that in mind. You know, when you see that as a coach, that's your first thought. All right, well, we're going to get up and grab a little bit and hold and see what we can get away with.
Enright pull-up jumper is good. Good shot. And Enright's had a couple of nice baskets here in third quarter. Saints still up by 17. Mattson, nice in the middle. Eisenhart, Davidson, all the way to the hoop, and he got it. You're going to have to be a lot tougher on that defensively if you're going to stop Ben going to the hoop like that.
Yeah, you're going to have to go with a hard foul there, and Baylon decided to go soft and just hands up, and he's going to make it.
Off the rim is no good from Gilbert, and Saints starting to impose their will this time. Mattson goes hard, cross court, Davidson open, three-pointer, off the rim no good, rebound Eisenhart. No box out at all that time, and Matt Eisenhart, number 21, fouls up very nicely, and the Saints up by 21 now.
Body language out of the Big Reds a little bit different here in the last couple of minutes since they had it within 10. Just not quite as much vigor in the way that they're approaching this here.
Good steal by Donaldson, feeds to Selleck. He can't convert, but he'll go to the line. I think it's going to be a 2-shot foul.
One of the nice things about the Saints and their lineup, and really the guys that come off the bench, is the depth. You do have those 2 main scorers, and right now today, Sean Donaldson's made a bid for being the 3rd cog in the scorebook. But you bring in guys like Selleck, Jansen, you've got the Dombrowski kids coming off the bench, Jabiro, and I think you're going to see Delore come in. You don't lose a ton when those guys come into the game. They all kind of know where their role is. They're able to fill in nicely, which gives you fresher legs and allows you to continue with the pressure. I don't think Port Huron has that luxury.
Not at maintaining the same level of play. All right, Delore comes in for Selleck. Delore, Dombrowski, Pichkowski, Jansen, and Davidson. Price, guarded by Jansen. Knocked away again. Pichkowski gets it. That's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay with PH, but Coach Sherrill clapping on the other side of the bench. They love that, getting on the floor. Good defense by Jansen. And Jansen's going to know what kind of gum that D.V. Price is chewing tonight.
Yeah, they've been in close quarters for a long time. He drew that assignment, and since Coach Sherrill wasn't happy with the job he did early, Ian Jansen's done a real nice job. He's got 3 fouls, but he's given him a lot of fits.
Knocked away by Delore, and it'll be St. Clair basketball.
On the attempted save, looked like PH hit that out of bounds, and Delore actually pulled his hand away, so nice alert play.
Pichkowski, guarded by Oriel. Delore. Davidson.
Nice job there by Enright on Davidson. Coach relying on a senior to go out there and take on a tough job.
Pass out, Jansen wide open, 3-pointer. Rim no good, rebounded by Delore. Again, Jansen open, 3-pointer, and around the rim no good, rebounded by Dombrowski.
Dombrowski, that's 2 possessions there.
Nice
on the
pass.
first one. On the first play, Dombrowski cleared out for the rebound. On the second one, he got it and made the assist. That was a great job by Carter Dombrowski.
Rousey with the breakaway. Dombrowski back course court to Jansen. Pichkowski up to Dombrowski. Oh, tough pass, but caught by Davidson. Jansen. 3 seconds. Delore outside. Yes! At the buzzer.
Bench gets real excited, runs out, greets Brady Delore, who hasn't been in very much thus far, and knocks down a 3 at the buzzer. Good awareness. Nice job by that group there who came in off the bench. You know, kids who are I would say in the second tier of playing time, just coming in, getting the job done, keeping the standards high. That was a really nice job at the end of the third quarter by the
And
Saints.
coaches love when the substitutes come in and play good defense and run the offense and good shots, and that was a good example.
Right there, and I continue to be impressed. It's not, we've kind of beat on the idea that Sean Donaldson and Pete Drakowski are doing a nice job on the glass and doing the scrappy things. Carter Dombrowski comes in, does a nice job. Matt Eisenhart came in, did a great job rebounding the basketball. Really impressed with the way the Saints have, it looks like, put a huge premium on how they're going to block out together and recognizing that they don't have a 6'4", 6'5" body that's going to get them extra possessions. They just go out there and do it together. It's impressive.
And eventually, it's going to be important, some game that's not 25 points, where someone's got to come in when one of the starters has foul trouble and has to play well.
Right, and that's the type of experience. I think sometimes we get laser focused on how much a certain kid plays, or right now you're giving these kids an opportunity to prove that later on in the year when it's a 2-point game in a district and you need a possession, that they can come in because they have this experience where they were able to, the starters right now did their job to get some opportunities for these guys, and that'll only serve them well as they move forward, and they earn it every day of practice. So it's always good as a coach to be able to see that. Brady Delore hits that three. That's good film, and then they can continue to learn too as you go.
All right, fourth quarter starts. Pete Drakowski, Jansen, Dombrowski, Delore, and Davidson. Jansen's open, in and out, and rebounded by Rousey. Gets it quickly to Price. Knocked away. Davidson.
Back foot slipped out of bounds, lost control.
Really good job. And Ben, using, again, that football, played a lot of defensive back in football, and he knows to find the passing lanes, and he was in the right place at the right time again. All right, Enright will trigger it in. Deep to Oriel, that's bodied by Dombrowski. 6th foul for St. Clair.
Carter made the classic, took his spot where he was supposed to land. You got to let him come down. Saints continuing with the pressure. Just don't get the sense that they're ever going to let Port Huron's guards rest. It doesn't matter who's in the game. They want to be up and pressure, and I know that'll be the case here for at least the first couple of minutes of this quarter.
That's good pressure, but foul called on Donaldson. That's 7th team foul on St. Clair. Be 1-on-1 for Port Huron, and D.B. Price will be on the line. That was a double team, hard double team right at half court, and probably a bailout foul that time for Price and allow him to go to the line.
Yeah, that foul call didn't really match kind of the rest of the game. And I will say this, we mentioned that there are two officials I haven't felt like they've been a glaring problem. They've done a nice job putting in a tough spot here, doing a varsity game, boys game, and it goes fast.
Yes.
And for two guys, I know these guys just did the JV game too. They've done a pretty nice job of keeping it under control, but allowing the kids to understand how much they're going to be able to play.
Price makes the first one. Second shot, back rim, no good. Rebounded by Davidson. Up ahead, Madsen. Nice pass, Eisenhart outside, goes in, can't get it. Davidson's right there for the rebound. And that's got to be 5 or 6 times the Saints have come in on the offside on the rebound and just has a gift wrap for him, basically. Foul on, I think, Donaldson again.
Carter Dombrowski picked one up a long ways away from the rim, and I got to be honest, I was writing when
some sort of warning, I guess, to St. Clair bench.
Interesting.
Foul shot is made by Price.
I don't know if I think that's twice. Here's my interpretation and my best guess. I think the last 2 fouls that official has called have not really been consistent with how they've allowed this game to be played, and now that there are some substitutes in the game, all of a sudden things change, and as a coach that's frustrating. because they've just watched a game and it's not matching the experience that they're having.
Again, Donaldson, offside rebound, then knocks it in.
Last possession, Donaldson missed the three badly, and Davidson cleaned it up, and Davidson decided to repay the favor there, the exact opposite. Davidson misses the three, and Donaldson's there to pick him up.
Dombrowski picks up another foul, and certainly Saints want to stay aggressive, but you also want to make sure the kids are moving their feet, and right now we're playing a lot with hands.
Yeah, you want to avoid lowering your standards and getting lazy and just trying for steals, do all the things that you do every day. It's still going to be important here for the last 6.5 minutes.
Garrison Dombrowski with the rebound. Up to Eisenhart, wide open. Donaldson takes it to the hoop. And that's going to be a jump. Good reach in that time by Price.
Give some credit too here, Port Huron, Coach Stewart, bringing a couple of subs in, but putting the pressure on and making them stick to the things that they do. They're going to need those things, having a win in the league. You know, I'm sure they want to be competitive. See this as an opportunity to learn on the road, knowing that you're going to get to have the Saints at your place at some point this year, and that'll be important. It's a league game.
And Sean did not like that run out right there. He's going to bring a couple of the starters back in. And it's coaching. Maintain your standards, and mistakes made, there are consequences.
Yeah, and there's no doubt about it. When you're watching guys that come to practice every day and you know what they're capable of, you have an expectation for that, and it doesn't matter what the score is, you expect their highest level of play. And oftentimes there is a reason that a certain kid doesn't start, or it certainly plays itself out throughout a season how many minutes you get, but that doesn't excuse you when you come into the game. And anytime a coach sees that, I hope a kid would interpret it as a compliment in a way that your coach is not going to stop coaching you based on the score. They're just going to go and make sure they're getting all that they can out of you individually. I think that was a little bit about why that timeout was just called.
All right, Madsen, Jansen, Pichikowski, Donaldson, and Selleck. Pichikowski, Madsen, wide open, top of the court. T, just off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jansen. Turnaround hook shot, and goes in. Nice job by Ian Jansen. Up ahead, and too far for Price. It's going to be taken out by the Saints under the basket.
That's going to be all the way down at their original end.
Yep, down in distance. And it'll be St. Clair basketball underneath their own basket. Good defense that time. You saw Ian Jansen, again, a defensive back in football, playing that pass. Donaldson.
Good jump stop.
Back out, Madsen. Jansen to Pichikowski. Selleck. Madsen guarded by Enright. Past him all the way to the hoop.
Ooh, nice play, Mario Madsen.
Knocked away by Donaldson. And really good play that time by Sean Donaldson, as he's done all evening. And he was on that play. It was two pretty good sized bodies going after each other with Enright and Donaldson, and that was a good defensive play by Sean.
We got this long of a discussion. I wonder if they'll go to a jump ball here.
Still not sure exactly what the call was.
They just ended up calling that out of bounds off of Donaldson, I would assume. It's hard to imagine that either one of them got a look at it. Happened so fast with both of them on the ground.
Enright brings it in. Balon. Thomas. Turns, can't get it. Rebounded by Rousey. And that's going to be a foul. Couldn't tell who got it. I'm sorry, Rogan. Markel Rogan in the game for the first time. And Donaldson picks up the foul, his third. Saints up 62-34, comfortable 28-point lead. First shot's up and around the rim is good. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left. And the Saints took on really two tough teams in West Bloomfield and Ottawa Hills over the break, and didn't win any of those games, but I think it's going to be the sort of thing that's going to serve them well later on this year.
Yeah, of course, West Bloomfield, a team that went to the state finals a year ago and lost, kind of had their way with the Saints at SC4, which I don't know if that's not to be expected to a degree, but you hope, and when you agree to schedule a game like that, you hope that you learn something and maybe you're able to level up your play. And I know if you're trying to project the future, there could be a meeting with a New Haven in the regional, or and that's going to be experience you're going to want to draw on. So if you can get that early in the season, it only serves to benefit you. It was a non-league game over Christmas, and really it looks like some good has come out of it because the Saints have been pretty impressive here today.
And they played a very tough team in Ottawa Hills. Went overtime with them, ended up losing that ball game, but that one was very competitive all the way through. That kind of wholesale substitutions here for the Saints. Davidson comes back in. The Dombrowski's.
It's like Cam Jabiro's in the game also, or excuse me, Christian Jabiro.
Yeah, it's Christian. Selleck's shot's up and good. Both teams in a bonus. Saints in the double bonus and Port Huron in the single bonus at this point. Selleck on the line. Second of his two. It's up and it's good. And Delore comes in for Selleck. Saints continue with pressure. Deep pass for Enright. Knocked away by Dombrowski, but foul's called. Carter Dombrowski picks up his third foul. And Cameron Enright will be on the line shooting 2.
Tough spot there for Carter. Not quite sure that wasn't another instance of the game, time, and situation getting that foul call. It looked like Enright put himself in a bad spot and was bailed out a little bit.
Second shot missed, rebounded by Davidson.
Got to imagine here, Saints with a comfortable lead, you probably only see a little bit more of Ben Davidson, who's had a good night. He's the quietest 20-point-plus scorer I think I've ever watched in 4 years, but when he's out here, he scores.
Oh, in and out for Jabiro. Knocked away by Port Huron. Stay Saint basketball.
Saints bench still into it.
Dombrowski out front to the other Dombrowski. He's got the corner. Tries all in. Can't get it. Rebounded by Port Huron. Thomas. Head to Weirwine. Logan. Long three, and he's got it.
Nice shot there by Logan. Gets himself in the box score.
3 ball.
Garrison to Carter. Had Delore. Davidson gets to the basket again, and he scores. And he stepped over. Logan made a mistake there, stepping over the baseline. We St. Clair basketball. And Eisenhardt comes in, and that's going to be, as you noted, probably it for Ben Davidson. Another strong night for the senior. And a very efficient, probably 20-plus points.
I got him at an unofficial 26 as we sit here, and like I said, it doesn't really feel like 26 when you watch him, but he shoots at a pretty high percentage. He gets himself to the basket. And
6 or 7 foul shots, and that's the way you like to have it happen. All right, Brady Delore. Guarded by Rogan. Eisenhardt out front. Dombrowski and Thomas brings it up.
Interesting footwork there by Thomas. Good recovery by the Saints.
Eisenhardt can't get it. Rebounded by Dombrowski. Carter Dombrowski with the score. And thrown away by Port Huron. Saints ball. 2 minutes 57 seconds left, and again, the key here as far as Sean's concerned is not let this degenerate into garbage time, but play good basketball here the last just under 3 minutes left for the Saints.
So far, so good. A couple of good defensive possessions for this group.
Powell guarding Dombrowski. And knocked away, and probably do need to start calling some fouls now, because otherwise this could get a little bit rough. Garrison Dombrowski brings it in. Jabiro goes to the middle. Delore again open.
That was the spot. That was the spot.
Jabiro gets it with the right hand. Christian Jabiro and hustles back to pick up his man. Price all the way in. Can't get the score, but a nice job there. D.V. Price, the freshman, good move in the air, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I've been impressed with him today. He does a nice job. He's definitely got some game. He'll be a kid locally, I think.
A couple, 3 years, he'll be one of the ones you're going to be seeing in the paper.
Grows up a little bit and fills out. I think he's going to be a really good player for Port Huron for the next 4 years. Looks good out there.
Price made the foul shot. Saints get to that 70-point mark, and in boys basketball, that's kind of the holy grail. Get to 70, you figure you're going to win most of the times, and that means your offense working pretty well.
It's a great job. And some credit there for the Saints. I mean, you're at 70 points, and Port Huron thus far this season's been pretty sound defensively. Only offering up 47.5 a game to their opponents. Now Port Huron doesn't score it very well at about 44 a game, but credit the Saints putting the ball in the bucket and started out slow, quite frankly, and here we are.
All right, just a little outside of that last pass from the Saints. Price guarded by Eisenhart. Knocked away by Delore. That was good defense that time. Double team. Off man came over, picked up the pass, and the Saints turn it over.
Doing a really nice job throughout the game. Really doesn't matter who's in of stepping up in that second level. Whenever somebody goes to jump the ball, next man up's there for the next pass, and that was a pretty clear-cut foul there by Carter Dombrowski. But they benefited from that run and jump quite a bit, and even this group we see there get an extra possession.
Shimon Andrews comes in. He replaces Isaiah Rousey. Minute 48. Saints with Delore, Dombrowski, Jabiro, and Eisenhart. Price, guarded by Carter Dombrowski. Andrews. L'Oreal has it, knocked away by Dombrowski, can't quite control.
Some of the officials will want to look after here in the next minute 34. It's getting a little chippy. You can see a few individual matchups brewing with some non-basketball moves. They'll want to catch one of those and send a message pretty quick here, I think.
Price all the way to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled outside. Good crossover. Foul on Jabiro, and Price back to the line. He'll be shooting 2, both teams in the bonus. St. Clair in the double bonus, so all fouls are two-shot fouls. Price shots up, back rim no good. Second shot, that one's perfect. Garrison Dombrowski, up ahead, Delore. To Carter Dombrowski, nice pass, Eisenhart. He gets it, and the basket, along with the foul.
There you see a little flash of what Eisenhart's capable of. Good hands to go up and catch it, and good body control to get fouled. Put it in his right hand, kind of shield with the left, and it looked smooth.
And he might have the best vertical on the team as well.
He really made, earlier I wouldn't have been shocked. He caught a ball down here that I almost half expected him to flush with a dunk. I think he's got that in him. A little bit of confidence to go a long way for him. And as the season progresses, you get some more games in him. Saints are going to need him. Protect the rim a little bit. Tallest guy on the team.
Powell gets into the basket, can't get it. Rebounded by Delore. And up to Carter Dabrowski. Taken away by Powell. And he gets to the basket. Under a minute. 72-43. Garrison Dabrowski. Carter. Wide open. Jabiro. And Delore. A little short. Garrison Dabrowski out to Eisenhardt.
Time ticking away here on this one. Saints did a really nice job all throughout. Defensively, kind of started there, and
Dabrowski
all the way down to a bank three. All comes together.
Played a lottery. Price trying to go to the basket, knocked away. It'll be PH ball coming in. 13 seconds left.
St. Clair foul, number 12.
Call the foul.
His third.
And to be fair, we did still owe them a bank three from earlier in the game. So we're all square on bank shots for the day.
Those do even out. Price again on the line. Rim no good. So, good start for the Saints, second half of the season, first home game in a while. Again, Lakeshore coming up on Thursday. That'll be a key battle. And the Saints really have a high-intensity schedule here for the next couple weeks. As they're a little behind in terms of games played from some of the other teams. So this will be interesting. Saints, nice job tonight. Held serve against Port Huron, and they'll win 75-44. Excellent game from the Saints. Great defense. Ben Davidson, but really, let's give it up for Pichakowski and Donaldson as the unsung heroes. I thought did a great job.
Yeah, I thought those were the two key parts. I think you come to a St. Clair game right now and you expect Davidson to get you about 24, and that's what you're going to see. And you're always wondering if it's going to be Mario or who's that X Factor kid going to be. I thought today both of those guys stepped in nice. I can tell you right now that Donaldson definitely had a double-double in his efforts, and I wouldn't be shocked if you're looking at over 5 steals and 5 rebounds for Pichakowski as well. A couple key assists early when the game could have got tight. Really stepped up, showed some leadership. Really impressive. Good league win for the Saints.
All right, everybody. John Carter along with Brad Robbins. Thanks for joining us. Saints win 75-44. We'll see you again on Thursday as the Saints take on Lakeshore. Good night, everybody.
This CTV sports presentation has been brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. North Star Bank, guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.